And hello to the 214 Sports Show, episode 6 now. We got Joseph Duffy, we got Courtney Mancini, we got TJ Krulwitz right here speaking. We got a wonderful cast, and let's talk some Dallas sports once again. Because there's a lot to talk about. A lot of good things, and a lot of bad things. We know. But we'll give a quick shout out to Jameis Winston real quick since Courtney was talking about him before this. Before we get into Dallas sports.
This week would be even more rough if Saints won and the Cowboys lost, but it kind of evens out. It kind of evens in a way.
17 points in the fourth quarter, bro. I'll never watch Jameis Winston play a lick of football. I will take every shift at work on Sunday if I have to, bro. Hate that guy. But continue,
that's something the Cowboys would do with the Packers.
Hey, man.
So,
Jordan Love. He's not him, I promise you.
Bro, magic happens in Lambeau Stadium. Magic happens in that field, bro.
Jordan Love might not be him, but he isn't Jameis Winston. So we'll get into this podcast real quick. This day in DFW sports history. We got another Rangers one. I had to do this one just because Globe Life Park is special to me. We had September 28th, 2019. Rutan Odor hit a grand slam as the Rangers beat the Yankees 9-4, putting the Rangers at 77-84 on the season. This was their second to last game at Globe Life Park ever, and the last time a Ranger hit a home run in that ballpark. And of course, it had to be Rutan Odor.
Of course, the folk legend. So,
yeah,
you know, I went
that
to
ballpark
when I was in that last season, bro. Like, look, I hate it because I love that stadium so much, bro. It's just my childhood. But I went to that Bell Trade jersey retirement in June 2019. Was it jersey retirement or was it Hall of Fame?
It was. I think it was Hall of Fame / like jersey, retirement.
Yeah, something like that. I think they retired his jersey. So,
Yeah.
it was June 2019, bro. Let me tell you how different that roster was compared to, now, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You talk about a loyal fan? The things I have seen, bro? Oh, boy. Adrian Sampson at the mound to start? Oh, my
You remember
Lord.
when Nick Solak was our future?
Oh, yeah. I thought he was, actually, the future. I thought he was the truth, bro. That's how,
Yeah.
that's how desperate we were.
That was the only jersey they sold, him and Gallo.
Oh, my God. And then
See,
I know Joey Gallo,
I know
bro.
Joey Gallo.
Oh,
Gallo,
God.
but I ain't gonna lie. I have no clue who else y'all talking about.
Oh,
That's
be
how
thankful.
big they
Solak.
Be
sound.
thankful. Be
Nah,
thankful.
no clue, bro.
Yeah,
Those were
Nick
some
Solak
dark
was-
days, Courtney. Ooh, boy. It's looking good now, but Lord.
Once I see at the end of the season, the Rangers had 2 at the start of the win column. I was not paying attention to them, bro, at all. I knew they was tanking.
Oh, boy.
Hey, it's good to finally be out of that, man. You know,
God.
it makes it feel better when we're doing good, when we, knowing that I had to experience those monstrosities. So
No,
let's get into
no.
the trivia real quick. So we had, I'm doing another Rangers trivia. I'm sorry, y'all, but I do it with this day in DFW history. So the Rangers on Sunday against the Mariners, they hit 6 home runs in one game. The Power Rangers are back. It was the most home runs in a game by the Rangers since 2018 in one game. And they also followed that up on Monday with back-to-back-to-back home runs. And I believe the 6th inning, I can't remember. So the Rangers have destroyed some baseballs this year. And they currently have 228 home runs on the year, which is 3rd in the league. Who are the 2 teams that have more home runs than the Rangers this season?
I think I know that. I might be wrong on the second one. I don't know the second team.
They're both really good teams. I'll give you that.
Okay.
That are ahead of them? Both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like I know this because I was watching the telecast. I mean, should I say telecast? I should say the game yesterday. And I saw the. I don't know. I imagine how old, bro.
Dog.
And I saw them put like a team. I know for sure one of them because they've been dominating. But we'll move on.
Yeah, one of them has almost 300 home runs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So one of them's
I have
been
a feeling.
ranking.
I
Yeah.
have a feeling what the first team is.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's get into the Cowboys real quick. I know
Mm.
it's not a fun talk, but we got to talk about it. This happens a lot with the Cowboys. They play down to their opponent. They get a little too cocky. I've never seen it happen in week 3. They get a little too cocky, lose sight of what's real, and they end up losing the teams that they shouldn't lose to. So, first of all, I want to point out that I didn't watch most of the game. I was actually at the Rangers game. But for the part of the game that I did watch, there was nothing good that I saw. There's nothing good. We had offensive drives. We would get the offensive drives going, and obviously we just couldn't finish in the red zone. I'll let y'all take the microphone real quick so y'all can give y'all's take about the Cowboys.
Yeah, what an interesting week it's been. I want to say when I woke up from my nice 2.5 hour nap on the Thursday afternoon to the news of Trayvon Diggs, I mean, that kind of set the tone for this week, unfortunately. And then you see the news of, Zach Martin might not play, and then Tyler Smith is also not going to play, and then Tyron Smith himself, he's going to be a game-time decision. So now you're sitting with 3 of your starting old linemen out, getting ruled out before the 3 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, and you're like, oh, what is it going to look like when Dak's trying to pass today? And then you see them just starting to get that quick pass game, and then Cardinals getting off the field. So the Cardinals, who have this bottom-tier defense, who actually played great in the first half this season so far, they were dominating even in the second half in pass defense. And so the Cowboys are just getting shredded all day on the ground. This is the weakness that has been the Cowboys' weakness for the last at least 5 years now. It's just been ground game. They find a way, the opposing teams find a way just to have these nice run block schemes. It's been like the blueprint for these defensive losses for the last few years. It's just they have these unique run block schemes that allow them just to chop us up on the ground. And so you have the Cardinals who had 222 rush yards total, 7.5 yards per play in the game because they had 400 total yards of offense. The Josh Dobbs, James Conner-led Cardinals offense, 400 total yards. Crazy.
Hey, and he could finally have his own jersey at the team store now. You see that video?
He's been done dirty, huh? But man, like
they finally got him his respect.
I don't want to make excuses, man, because like we had 3 linemen out, bro. But come on, dude. Like especially that last drive. There is no excuse for how Dak Prescott threw that interception. No excuse. I don't care what
there's no
anybody says.
excuse on that pass. Yeah, that was awful, Courtney.
I don't understand.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs hit a little TikTok response to Micah Parsons saying that Micah's gonna dog on him, and he hit a little dance on him. I thought it was pretty funny. Especially, I won't talk about Josh Dobbs. Anyways, I would say Joe was right. Last week he talked about James Conner being like the key to his game, and he for sure was. I forgot off top. I think it was 200 something rushing yards on Dallas. It was ridiculous. Something that we haven't seen before this year, which I
222
think,
total rush yards.
222.
Yeah, I don't know the last time the Cowboys have gone to 22 on their head, but it's concerning when you get over 200 rushing yards as a football team in general. Something that we haven't seen that happened this game, that we haven't seen all season, is kind of like discipline. This game, the Cowboys got penalized 13 times for let me see 170 yards, and that was just as much time as it was accepted. They got penalized more. They just weren't accepted the whole time. So when you get flagged 13 times and you give up a whole football field of yards, a lot of times you're not going to win that football game. And so something that surprised me is how undisciplined they came out, and I don't really know why they came undisciplined. That's kind of something that the coaching staff needs to like address this whole upcoming week. Something that I didn't know until after this game is that Arizona has won like the last 6 or 7 meetings versus the Cowboys. So I guess this whole time they had a number. I remember a specific
Have they really?
Arizona game. Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that. Like
they've dominated. Yeah.
I remember the game when Amari Cooper's first game here. I don't know if they faced him before that, but I know Amari Cooper. When he first got traded here, they faced him on that Thursday night, and Kyler Murray like destroyed us. So,
what is that? The one where it's like the
No, that first game,
Monday
that
night.
first
was the Titans.
Amari Cooper, yeah, it was the Titans. The game that they
They
destroyed
faced
us
him on
in.
Monday night.
No, the game that destroyed us was the COVID season.
yeah, that's where there's
2020,
like that one
and
photo
Andy
of the
Dalton.
Cowboys.
It was Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
And then, okay.
Monday night 2020, and
yeah,
so
that's sad.
oh boy, that was a beatdown. Kyler Murray,
But yeah.
D Hop, James Conner.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but obviously the Cardinals have had their number. I don't know why. Deron Bland did not play nearly as good as I thought he would be.
Shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was he the one on the Michael Wilson catch? I don't remember who the corner was on that catch.
yeah, I think it
believe
was
so.
because it wasn't Gilmore. Gilmore was on the one of the touchdowns.
Well, even
Gilmore
Gilmore didn't play
struggled, too.
that well. Oh my gosh.
He didn't play as well either. So it's just something that they just got stomped on. They just need to come back and address it this week. Thoughts?
Yeah, and I'll go with what Joe said first of all. Like, again, I didn't see the first half live, so when I saw they were down by, I forgot what the halftime score was, but they were down by I believe 10. I can't remember. It was somewhere around there, and I just remember thinking what Joe said. Cardinals first half team, Cowboys second half team. We'll be all right. The Giants came back against them in the second half too. We'll be all right. So, when I tune on the TV and I'm seeing Dak throwing in the triple coverage, I just need to know what went wrong. I had to watch some of the game. I had to watch the highlights. Man, everything went wrong. And obviously that's kind of what has to happen to lose by 12 to the Cardinals and give up 28 points. Something that we didn't mention is that this defense, as good as it gets with this defense, they are really dependent on turnovers. If they get turnovers, they dominate. But when they don't get any turnovers, this defense is just average. And as you could see, giving up 222 yards, 7.4 yards 7.4 yards per run attempt. I mean, that's just I can't believe that. I wouldn't even believe that whenever it's against an actual good running team.
The blueprint
Let alone
has been
the
leaked.
Cardinals. It really has. And I don't know. I mean, the red zone obviously is an unfortunate thing. We need to talk about. I'm kind of back and forth on this because I saw Robert Griffin talk about it, and there's, do you guys think that Zeke would be helping out with our red zone issues this year?
I mean,
Because it's kind of. No, you go ahead.
He could, but you know what? We were still having over 5 yards of play on the ground. So I mean, if you want to talk about a red zone and how we're not scoring, punching in with Tony Pollard, I guess. But our red zone offense as a whole is just terrible right now. I mean, we can't even pass in the red zone.
Yeah.
So, I don't think Zeke would make that crazy of a difference, if I'm being honest. We still were great on the ground overall in the day. I think Tony Pollard would eventually get going in the red zone. It's just a bad start, in my opinion. But we need to punch it in the pass game in the red zone, if anything, if I'm being honest. We can't score at any front now in the red zone, except by field goal, it seems like. So, every touchdown, it's just crazy.
From a scheme perspective, maybe just because if you do have Zeke in that red zone, maybe the defense kind of comes forth a little bit for the pass game just because they respect Zeke's end zone capabilities, like they don't do Tony Pollard's. That's really the only way I see it. He might help, but yeah, they can't pass for a lick in the end zone right now, so they have more problems just having Zeke on the team.
I mean, yeah, I think there's I'm back and forth on it because yeah, I think there was like a couple plays in the red zone where we could have used Zeke to get at least pick up a first down. But I mean, we averaged 5.5 yards per run. We still did pretty good with
Exactly.
the run game. It's just not finishing. And first of all, I want to say in the fourth quarter when I started watching and I saw that there's that when we're in the red zone and we started running 4 plays in a row, I believe it was 4 plays in a row, all up the middle. I was furious. I was furious. I was like, why are we passing? I didn't know that they struggled so much in the red zone beforehand. And of course, right when they finally pass, Dak throws it in the triple coverage. But I mean, it was 4 runs in a row. We only got like 3-4 yards every single time, which I
Down
mean
two
isn't bad.
possessions, running
But
like
down, yeah,
running like they're the Navy midshipmen, bro. For some reason, down two
it's
possessions,
insane.
had like no timeouts, and for some reason we are running down the clock. I don't understand that game plan by Mike McCarthy. That was just an interesting play calling in that last possession, but you know, I guess they just want to kind of
How,
for some reason.
Yeah, we should have asked Mike McCarthy. It seemed like you forgot CeeDee Lamb was in the offense too.
Oh my God.
how'd y'all feel about the fourth down decision?
It's one of
I
those
hated
things
it.
where
I
it's one of
hated
those
it.
things. I wasn't mad about it in the time, to be honest. I was not mad about it because they were close already in the red zone, and the offense was starting to kind of cook in that drive. And so it's one of those things that where if you get it, you're like happy, and then obviously when they didn't get it, like you go after McCarthy. So like I'm not mad about it honestly. It looks bad now, but at the moment I wasn't mad at it at all because I was confident we'd get it, but
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
short.
I guess it's kind of like, come on, I'm a big Mavs fan. I'm gonna use a Mavericks comparison, but it's kind of like, like when Tim Hardaway shoots up like a 30-foot three-pointer, like he just clunks it up. It's like, like you just get so pissed off at him if he does that, but if he makes it, it's like, man, he's hooping. He's
Mhm.
hooping today. I guess that kind of makes sense. I was pissed off about it because it was more the fact that, you know, I I wanted to see the Cowboys get within one possession. The 8 points, I just don't trust them. Again with the red zone, I'm like, if they do score a touchdown, if they end up getting like, maybe a long run, maybe a long pass, they find the end zone somehow. What are the odds that they get the 2 point conversion? You know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, we need to just take this field goal and try to get within a possession to where if we do score a touchdown, we go up. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I'm just like,
It's looking
maybe
like
I'm
we're
not
back
not
to
hardcore enough.
looks like we're back to
But
2018 Cowboys struggling in the red zone with all this talent, somehow struggling in the red zone. I want to know how
yeah,
that's possible.
well, life goes on, and for the Cowboys, it will be playing the Patriots on Sunday at 3:25. Zeke's coming back, and Courtney's favorite quarterback, Will Greer, will be back. Have to change the hand signals for him since they've been in the Cowboys organization for so long. I mean, do y'all think this Cowboys team rebounds against the Patriots? It's a good team to rebound against, They're not a household name anymore. We got a home game. We're back at AT&T Stadium for this game. So, what do y'all think?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing this is a home game. Because if this was New England, I would not be confident at all. Not at all. Because
I
they don't
respect
play.
that.
This team's looking like they don't play well on the road so far. Obviously, not a huge sample size, just one game. But when they play at home, they play more inspired. And that crowd definitely helps, albeit for some reason it's not, as loud as it could be for some reason. But, New England, I respect that defense, but I cannot respect that offense. But, we're going to be crazy to think that the Patriots offense is not just, running the ball down our throats after seeing what we saw last week. So that's going to be the worry once again for this defense, if anything, against the Patriots offense. How can they adjust against the run? Can they lessen the penalties and stop shooting themselves in the foot? For Dak in this offense, they're going to have to get going on the ground again. They did good last game with it, but pass defense-wise, I expect Dak not to throw up too many yards again. This Patriots defense is pretty good so far. Although, what should we expect though with Bill Belichick's defense? So I think that this team will play very well. It's gonna be a close game in my opinion.
Yeah, to piggyback on what Joe said, I think this team is very beatable. The Patriots roster is very beatable. The only reason that I think they only have like one win on the season is against the Jets last week, and they always destroy the Jets. They've been destroying the Jets even since Brady was still there, so that was always expected. I think the whole with Brian Schottenheimer saying that they know where the bones are in the closet or whatever. Yeah, I think there's some truth to that. I think Will Greer and Zeke for sure are gonna give the Patriots an extra like boost of just confidence that like, oh, like we have two people that have been here before, so we know what they're gonna do. I don't know, knowing the Cowboys, I don't know how much they're really gonna switch it up to actually like stop that, but I mean, it's an NFL team, so they should be doing enough. I think it's gonna be interesting how they scheme it up. Like Joe said in the last block, the blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. I mean, it's Ramondre Stevenson and Zeke. Ramondre Stevenson can get hot. I don't know. I don't know if Zeke can get hot in 2023, but we'll see. Their defense is very good. I like the defense. I like Christian Gonzalez. It's going to be interesting what they do with Christian Gonzalez. Are they going to keep him on CD the whole time? Are they going to move him around? Is the offense from the Cowboys, are they going to move CD around? Because CD wasn't getting used like that last game. And I think a lot for the rest of the season, teams are going to show that they want Dak to win the game. And so I think obviously Bill Belichick is the ultimate defense scheme. Like he runs like he knows what he wants to do, and I think he's gonna make Dak win the game. He's probably gonna take CD out the game, and he's gonna say, Dak, use your other receivers to beat me. And so it's gonna be interesting to see how Dak responds to that, especially after I guess kind of like a disappointing trial last week. And so yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game for sure.
Christian Gonzalez coming home, by the way. He's from the colony, if y'all didn't know that.
I actually didn't.
Damn.
Look, I'm just going to say, again, with the turnovers, the Patriots, not the best with the ball. All right? They turn the ball over sometimes. They did it against the Jets, but they don't. They turn the ball over a good amount against the Eagles, first of all. And I believe, who did they play the second week?
Jets.
I can't remember.
I'm sorry, the Patriots.
Yeah, the Jets were the three. Yeah,
Miami.
Yeah.
They played Miami. Yeah,
New England.
That's what it was. They got a couple turnovers that night too. Look, I think this is kind of like the Jets, just a slightly better version. It's like the Jets with Zach Wilson at quarterback. You got a quarterback that,
Mac Jones is a lot better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he is a lot better. That's why I said it's slightly better, But it's like, And of course, I'm gonna say the same about Dobbs, and Dobbs just absolutely torched us as well. Every read against our our defense, but you got the running game, which is it's established, but it's not anything that's like, super scary. Obviously, we know that with Zeke and Stevenson, and then you got. You just got a good defense. You got a good overall defense that can definitely, that could stop your run game, that could stop your pass game. So, I want this team to really just bounce back. Again, I want to see personally, I want to see CeeDee Lamb win this game. Not win this game like, by himself, obviously. You got 52 other people on this roster, but I want to see him make a statement. There's been a lot of games, the Giants and the Cardinals, both away games, by the way. We point out that the Cowboys might be bad on the road. Hopefully not this year again, but it doesn't look good. But we've had the Giants and Cardinals where CeeDee Lamb has been really just non-existent. He comes in and just makes a catch every now and then. 53 yards is not non-existent, I guess, which I believe is what he had against the Cardinals. But it's not what we expect from him. We need him to take over, especially in those games where we are down against bad teams. We need the leaders to show up. We need the leaders to take over the game. And it's not going to be Michael Gallup. It needs to be CeeDee Lamb. And it needs to be Dak Prescott. And, we're not seeing that sometimes. We need to see the leaders. We need to see the real leaders of this team step up in our bad games. So hopefully we get them going early, especially CeeDee Lamb. And
CD is yet to have a touchdown, yeah. And so Also, just to close here, it does help that Mac Jones is not a threat this week on the ground. That's when the Cowboys defense usually feasts. His one thing that
That's
we
true.
all forgot last week is that Josh Dobbs could run. And I know, he has a future in neuroscience, but man, he was running. He was looking like a track star for real out there against us. So he was running at will. Mac Jones is not taking off like that against his defense. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I do want to point. I do want to bring this up before we go into the Rangers. We have to talk about it since it's something that I can't believe happened on live television. We had Bart Scott go on First Take, and some people are saying that it looks like he wasn't trying to he wasn't laughing, that it kind of was just like his natural expression, but it damn felt like he was laughing. Damn felt like he was trying to make a joke.
yeah,
So,
he was.
If you haven't seen it, he went on First Take and he tried they're talking about what Trayvon Diggs' injury meant to the Cowboys, and he goes and says, what does he say?
Like
goes,
Stephen A. said,
yeah,
bad
what
things
could-
always happen.
What could go
Bad
wrong?
things,
Yeah.
what could
Yeah,
go
stuff
wrong?
like-
Bad things
yeah.
always happen. With a little smirk.
Man, like, you know how sick you gotta be to make that joke, bro?
Bruh.
That is like the weirdest thing. This is not the first time, mind you. I mean, this is
No.
he was out here blaming T. Higgins for DeMar Hamlin's injury, trying to put more pressure on a guy who already felt terrible. I mean, this is not the first
Yeah.
time he's done this stuff. It's a common theme with Bart Scott for some reason. And so, to see him say that just to make a joke about the Cowboys after a young dude's ACL injury, which, I don't understand that, Bart Scott. He's better than that, but maybe he's not better than that after all. He's done this
He's
so
a
many
former
times.
athlete. He should know.
Yeah, I mean, there's after that Trayvon Diggs thing came out, I saw a comp of him just like absolutely dogging Dak for like the past like 5 seasons. Ever since
Yeah.
he's been
Oh,
on there.
he's been consistent at it.
So yeah, he's obviously a
That's
Cowboys
one thing
hater.
you could give it to him.
Yep, I know. I mean, at least he's consistent.
Yeah, at
what's
least
it
he's
called?
consistent.
I know the face you make when you try and hit a joke and it don't land. That's the
Yeah.
exact face he made. So I know he did it on purpose, bro. Because he wanted Stephen A. to laugh. Stephen A. was not laughing.
Steve A. Ryan Clark said, "Nah, brother. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it, Bart."
Yeah, he
So,
had
yeah.
that little smirk. I know what you're talking about.
my
Yeah,
God.
I'd never be embarrassed on television
That
like
was
that.
so
So,
embarrassing.
Sick, bro. That
Okay,
dude
but
is sick.
even Stephen A. Smith, man, come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
at least he stood up there. I respect Stephen A. Smith. I like him. I saw him at one of my classes last year. He's I respect him a lot. But man, he's kind of hypocritical. He's definitely
Yeah,
hypocritical of
he's
a lot of
very.
stuff. But I love that people started bringing up that he made fun of Tony Romo's injury in 2016. That 2016 preseason, which ended up giving Dak Prescott the starting role as quarterback. They
He's switching
brought up
up.
the post, man. He was making fun of Tony Romo for getting injured.
I think there's a couple of injuries that Stephen A. has made fun. Not even in football. I think in basketball too. There's a couple of injuries he's made fun of before.
Yeah, Stephen A's had some controversial takes.
Yeah.
I know he now says that he takes back all the Kwame Brown stuff, but I think that was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I'll
He's
never
a
take that back.
He can't
He
play.
can't play.
He is a certified scrub.
Oh my god, man.
Look at that. Those were great. But,
Man,
I mean, hey, I get it. Every single Cowboys fan that I talk to, especially the ones that are over like 40 or 50, always are like, I hate Stephen A. I hate him.
I hate Stephen A, bro.
yeah, he
So-
has a character to play. I don't blame him sometimes.
Yeah, man, he's playing a character. He's
Yeah.
playing a character.
Mhm.
Like that's the only reason
So-
Shannon hates the Cowboys too. Like Shannon had to hate the Cowboys because Skip loves the
Skip.
Cowboys. So
Hey, I mean, I also don't think he really likes them anyways.
yeah, probably not. Yeah,
He just surely don't like the Cowboys. He just hates them. So let's go to the Rangers. The Rangers, of course, they bounced back this past week. They had the 4-game losing streak to the Guardians and 1 game to the Red Sox. Finished the last 2 games against the Red Sox, winning 1 close game and winning 1 blowout, and then going on to a 3-game sweep against the Mariners. Huge, huge, huge sweep. And then, of course, having a good game against the Angels the first day, second day, not as much, not nearly as much. Um, so as of right now, we don't have the results of Wednesday night's game, even or for the Angels and Rangers, and also for the Mariners and Astros. But they're up 2.5 games on the Astros and 3 games on the Mariners. I'm, you know,
I'm
am I
feeling
back
good.
on the bandwagon? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess it helps a little bit that the Cowboys lost this weekend and that I need a good team to root for the win. And, they've been doing that, excluding yesterday. But,
Yeah,
I'm feeling
hilarious.
good, man. Y'all back on the bandwagon? Because I might be back on the bandwagon. I don't know.
It's hilarious how baseball works, man. Because 2 weeks ago, I was down and out for the count with this team.
Oh, yeah. I was
I
done
mean-
after the Astros series.
I mean,
I was
it
ready
seemed
to
like
quit.
it really seemed
Y'all
like
were
it
done
was-
last week.
I mean, bro, like after that Cleveland series, we got
Yeah.
swept on the road, and then we came back to play Boston at home and lost that first game. I thought it was it, man. So we got a lot of help this past weekend, of course, with the sweep of Seattle. That was possibly like the biggest series of our season thus far at the moment. 8-5 win on Friday, 2-0 win on Saturday, then 9-8 win eventually that you were there at, TJ, on Sunday. And then
That was
Rangers-
stressful.
it was, yeah, because we blew it. I think we were up 6 runs, right? At least, right?
Yeah, I think 6 runs at one point.
And so Rangers also getting a lot of help by the Kansas City Royals. Can we talk about the Kansas City Royals? Cole Reagans, who we traded to Kansas City, helping the boys out. Jordan Lyles, the former Ranger, also helping us out in the long run. It's all coming full circle. So you see this and you're like,
and come back.
I don't know why the Houston Astros, similar to the Cowboys, they play down to their competition as of this season. So they step up against actual good teams, but when they're playing like these poor teams like the Kansas City Royals, for some reason they struggled. And so you have the Royals now who've beaten the Astros now all but one time on the season. This is crazy. And now the Rangers are up 2.5 games in the division as it stands. So as long as they do not shoot themselves in the own foot, they are almost guaranteed pretty much a playoff spot. They now have this game against the Angels tonight, and then they finish the season with a 4-game series at Seattle. Unless they just flat out lose the rest of these games, man, there's no way they miss the playoffs, right? I'm not even thinking about division
their
right
division
now.
to lose.
Not even thinking about division. I'm just thinking about just clinching a wild card spot.
Yeah, and they had it. They should have been able to. I think if they would have won and the Mariners would have lost, they would have clinched it yesterday.
I think they might win. I think they might clinch tonight, Wednesday night, if they win tonight. I think if I'm wrong.
If they win tonight, okay, it's if they win tonight and the Mariners lose, because then it would put us at 4 games against the Mariners, and we have the tiebreaker on them. So even if they swept us, we would be over them. So we would make the playoffs regardless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
what
go
was I
ahead.
Say? I knew it was a bad day for the Rangers yesterday when I didn't see a story post from Joe. I
knew you were gonna say
6
that.
games in a row.
I knew you
and
was gonna
didn't
say
see
that.
it, and I was confused. But yeah,
It was an off day.
Off day.
Yeah, I mean 9-3. I seen. I actually watched the highlight. Just to know how bad they lost. That Corey Bradford guy. I mean,
Yeah, Cody, yeah.
I think he gave it like 6 runs or something like that. They pulled him.
Not a good game at all for him.
Yeah. So this bullpen once again is like leaving those type of problems, which I mean we all expected, but you kind of want to see it fixed up by what's it called, playoff season. But yeah, like. We lost, but the Astros also lost, so it's like we're still. I think the magic number is 3 right now. I think they're gonna have 3. I don't think they shouldn't have lost the Angels, but I think they win at least 3 these like couple games this last week or so, and so yeah, I think they're good. It's definitely been a long road, and I mean I don't know how they pulled out 6 wins in a row. It's still crazy to me. I honestly thought they would have been out the playoffs by now. So, hey, we just gotta keep hoping.
let alone be on top of the division again. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I like what
crazy.
Joe brought up about the Astros playing down to their competition. It's so funny to me to think that the Astros this month, man, 1-5 against the Royals. They've lost the
Wow.
series to the A's. They've lost the series to the Yankees. The A's and Yankees were both at a home series as well. And in the middle of all of that, they outscored the Rangers by 30 runs in 3 games in Arlington.
Crazy.
Is like they had to cheat. They were cheating, right? Like there's just no way. But yeah, you make a good point. They really do play down to their opponent. And the bad thing is that the rest of their teams that they play against are very competitive. They got to finish this series against the Mariners tonight. By the time this episode's published, it'll be over, and then they just have a series against the Diamondbacks, I believe, which are fighting
Easy
for a
schedule.
playoff spot.
That's gonna be an interesting series. Ooh.
I hope so. Hopefully they
Ooh.
don't just blow them out like the rest of the competitive teams they do.
Diamondbacks
So-
trying to clinch a wild card spot. I believe they're in the second spot in the NL wild card race. That's gonna be a good
They're
series.
fighting hard. They're
Ooh.
fighting hard. They got some fight. We saw it in the Rangers 2-game series in Arizona. They know how to come back. So hopefully they could give the Astros some fight. And I think the Rangers are in a really good position. I mean, it's it's to the point where it's like we lost yesterday, and I'm not pissed off about it.
Yeah.
I think that this is they just can pick it up. 6 games in a row means that they're back to their usual form. Young is back. Garcia's back from the 10-day IL. And we have Evan Carter now, so this offense is almost as back as to what it was in May. I don't want to jinx it or anything. I'll knock on wood, but I mean, they look really good on offense right now. They look comfortable in the box again. They're not striking out as much as they were, a couple weeks ago to a month ago. They're looking good on offense. The bullpen still bad. We know this. They'll be bad until we can fix it in the offseason. But they've come through at sometimes. I'm talking about Sunday when I went, we had a couple players, Chris Stratton, who struggled a lot, was awful. That's a funny little notification, man.
Is the circus in town?
Y'all don't know about that, bro. Y'all didn't hear anything. Y'all didn't hear anything.
It's the Cowboys, bro. For the
man.
circus. Sorry. I was gonna say, man,
This dude's choking, bro. Court.
the bullpen,
Oh,
man. We had a lot of times, Chris Stratton failed, man, but Brock Burke came in that bottom of the 8th. We had a 1-run lead, runners on second and third. He came in, 3 strikes, got him out immediately, and we followed it up with who is it? Leclerc in the 9th. Had a great 9th inning. Finished the game. We've had a couple times now, and honestly, the only couple times that the bullpen has screwed up a game in the last couple weeks has been Will Smith games.
Say it ain't so. Will Smith, really? I'm shocked, TJ.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's like the Cowboys in the red zone with Will Smith in 8th inning and 9th inning pitching.
Oh.
So I
Need him
mean,
gone.
I think this bullpen has been has done its job in a way. Has improved in a way. They look like they have a little bit more confidence. I hope Chris Stratton can get back to what he's been doing because we really need that middle reliever guy to come in and eat some innings. And we also need, I like what I've seen from Andrew Heaney from the bullpen as well. So I think this is something that we can, we could play around with. We got a lot of people who could be starters and also some people who can eat some innings in the bullpen like Heaney and Perez who have, we can use that to our advantage.
It's crazy to see Jose Leclerc, who was struggling early on in the season because he was supposed to be, the closer. You noticed in that first series of the year with the Phillies, that was the closer. And that he was struggling in that first game of the season. And then he was struggling again the rest of that series and then some parts in the early season. And that made him lose his job to Will Smith in the closing role. Now we saw what we had for the next 3 or 4 months. and now it's all come full circle, and he's out here closing the game on
It really
Sunday.
has come
So,
full circle, man.
I guess Leclerc is back to closing ball games for us.
I like it. I don't want to put all the pressure on Chapman to finish it out on the ninth, even though he's obviously our best bullpen arm. But he struggles sometimes, and he definitely struggles with control. And it's hard to have someone in the ninth inning go out there that struggles with control. Leclerc does too, but Leclerc has shown in the last week that he can control it a little bit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to see a scenario where this Rangers team doesn't make the playoffs now. Again, I'll knock on wood. But they're 3 games above the Mariners, who are in last place. Or not last place. Last place in the wild card, first place for the losers is what I'll say.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is really, now it doesn't even matter if we beat the Angels and they win. No way, it does. Never mind. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to think. What is the quickest way that they can make the playoffs at this point? It would be obviously the win.
Yeah, I think
if they win tonight.
Yeah, win tonight.
And the Mariners lose.
I think they're clinching tonight playoffs,
which I think is a highly possible outcome.
Yeah.
And
I think for the
AL West is
division, the division is a tougher one.
Again, the Rangers getting luck, though, because this is what they needed, though. They needed a split in these first 2 games. It shouldn't have been a sweep for either team.
Yeah,
so
it helps out.
It helps out a lot
You
that
need
when
them to
we
beat
split
each
against the
other up.
Angels, we needed them to split, too. So there was no gain there was no gain in the division after that Rangers loss. So
I'm not scared of the Mariners hopping from 4 to 3 right now. It's a little, I guess it's a little scary thing, like maybe we get swept by the Mariners, but it's like, it's the Mariners and Rangers, like it's probably going to be like a fight to see who can be a bigger loser, Let's
Hey,
be
man,
real
I'm
here.
telling
it's
you,
not like a,
if Houston gets in the playoffs, bro, and we win this division, and we play them after they play Minnesota, because there's no way Minnesota's beating them in the playoffs, bro. They come here for the ALDS. I'm scared. I need Seattle to finish this job, bro. I'm not trying to play Houston in the playoffs.
I've obviously changed.
Not
my
trying
mind
to do
on
that.
Playing Houston in the playoffs. I don't want that anymore. I don't want the rival. Give us the
Come
Blue
on, man.
Jays. I want us to get the revenge on the Blue Jays. Much
Seattle.
needed revenge. Years of me, I still have trauma over the Bautista bat flip. All right, it's still traumatic to me. I want to see the Blue Jays. All right, that's who I want to see.
Come on,
give
man.
me that
No,
revenge.
Don't say that, bro. You don't want
Give
that, bro.
me that revenge. I do want that. Yes, I do. All right.
They finna
That's
bring
what I
Batista
want.
out of retirement.
It's gonna be like
I'll
you
take
gonna
a goal out of
hear some
retirement.
music. You can hear some that Stone Cold glass shatting. You're like, oh, what was this? Who was this? Oh my God, it's Jose Batista. Oh my God, is this really him?
I'm going from the top rope.
Oh my God, it's Rougned Odori's coming out to see Jose Batista at the mound.
What is this? Is this Odor?
Am I seeing what I really am seeing?
No, man, they need to implement that, bro.
Oh my God.
They want to go back to past time. Yeah, make that happen.
Man, as long as
that's what they
Elvis is
didn't
not
do.
out there and dropping balls, that's all that matters. We'll have a as long as Elvis ain't out there, maybe we'll have a chance at this. But oh my God, playing the Blue Jays, we've dominated them this season. I wouldn't be scared of them this time around. But boy, I need Seattle and
We
Arizona.
played good against them this year. Yeah.
I need Seattle and Arizona to do the job, bro. I'm not trying to play Houston in the playoffs. Not trying to happen.
No, I hope Seattle can win this last game, and I hope the Rangers win so we don't have only 2 games above the Mariners going into a 4-game road series. But anyways, let's get to the betting lines of the Cowboys real quick. We'll make this a little quick of a segment. So, real quick, Cowboys they're -7 on the cover. All right, they're supposed to win by 7 points. Do y'all think that they cover that spread?
No, I don't. I don't think they do.
Really?
I think it'll be a close game. I really think it'll be like a field goal to 5-point game.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna say no too. I think Bill Belichick is gonna keep it close. I mean, he kept it close against some other teams. So yeah, I think he's gonna keep it close.
All right, I'll go over then. You know, I don't think the Cowboys. Look, the Cowboys bounced back from losses pretty well. I think from last year they did pretty well. I don't think they ever lost 2 in a row last year. And I know y'all aren't saying that they're gonna lose, but I'm saying they bounced back pretty good. All right,
Pretty good.
I have faith in them. All right, so let's go with the over/under. Do y'all think that they score over or under 43 points?
I think slight over. I'll take slight over. I think it's possible.
Slide over.
It's gonna be a close game, but I think each team could score at least 21 points, bro. I mean, 22 points. I think so.
Knowing what I know now about this Cowboys offense, I'm gonna go under. I mean, TJ did say that the Patriots do turn over the ball a lot. But this, bro, that game was so nasty. I think I'm going there. I'm going there.
I'm gonna go under too because I think first of all the Patriots are a slow moving team on offense. The Cowboys don't like the quick pass either because they aren't good at it. So I'm gonna say this game goes pretty slow. You know, they're gonna take it easy. You know, run the ball. It's gonna be under. All right, so over under on Dak, 227.5 passing yards.
We are going under.
We are
going
under. We are all in agreement of under.
It's funny I'm saying that because last time he played the Patriots, he set the passing record I think all time against the Belichick defense.
We know
that's when they had Mills at cornerback. That guy sucked.
Either that or the Cowboys. I think Cowboys offense also put up the most total offense against the Belichick defense in his history too. So I'm still gonna put under on this because I don't trust him against this Patriots defense with the arm wide. It's gonna be a ground game, I think.
Yeah, I think for them to win, he needs to be over. But he showed us nothing this season that will make him go over. So I'm gonna have to go under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under too. Y'all made up all the points. I agree with all that. 2.5 sacks though, over and under for the Cowboys defense.
Over easily. This
think
Patriots
over?
O-line is not that good. Also, Mac Jones, I believe, is a statue in the pocket.
Zeke might be their best blocker.
Yeah, he is. He cannot run though, so Mac Jones, I don't trust him to escape the pocket at all. If he gets first down, it's gonna be because we just flat out can't generate any pressure. So I trust this defensive line, this front seven as a whole against that. So over easily.
Yeah, same thing. I'm gonna go over. I think Micah might get them 2.5 sacks himself as long as we know.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go over.
I think I'm going over by halftime. I'm that confident. So we're gonna go over under Tony, 87.5 rushing yards.
I'm gonna go slight under. Tony had a good game last game, his first 100-yard game of the season, but I think I'm gonna go a slight under here. The Patriots usually have a nice rush defense, and I expect Tony to have he can get like a breakaway for maybe 15 yards or so. I don't think he has more than 87.5 though. He'll still have a solid day. He might score a touchdown.
Yeah, because I last game against the Jets, I don't think the Jets had any type of rushing attack, but they also had no rushing attack against the Cowboys either. But when they faced the Dolphins, Raheem Mostert ran all over the Patriots. But I mean, the Dolphins are a different beast. We all saw that. Luckily, we didn't have to talk about a 70-point game. Thank God for the Broncos podcast. But
I bet you're real happy about that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I would have taught that for 30 minutes, bro. I would love. Man, get that guy out of there. But
Jesus.
Besides the point, I think they're gonna go. I think Tony Pollard actually have a slight over. I think he's a little better than Dalvin Cook is right now, and Breece Hall, and so I think they're gonna have to. I think the Cowboys are gonna force themselves to rely on him, and so I think he's gonna have a little over.
I'm gonna go slightly over too. I think we get up and we start running the ball a little bit more. I think that gives him a couple yards, and I think we're gonna try to force feed him in the red zone a lot, and maybe he succeeds. I don't know. So last one, we got over under CeeDee Lamb, 70.5 receiving yards. I'll go first real quick. I'm going over. I think CeeDee Lamb has a 100-yard game this season or this game. All right, I think so. We saw that they like to get him involved. I guess in home games, even games maybe. That week 2 they finally tried to get him involved. Maybe they do it again. That's what I think it is. I really want to see CeeDee Lamb take over as the wide receiver number 1. We know he is, but he gets 50-yard games a lot. Four receptions isn't a wide receiver number 1 type stat. So I want to see him go out there and dominate.
Yeah, I know Bill Belichick likes to take out the number 1 receiver. He does it so well. He's done it over the past 30 years of his career. But I think CD can easily get this over today. I know the Patriots have great DBs, but I think CD can get just, one catch of like maybe 25, 30 yards. He already has great yak ability. So I think he'll get maybe 80-something to 100 yards this game.
Not to mention, he dominated 2 years ago against the
Yeah, I was
Patriots.
about to say, the last time they faced the Patriots when he had that OT catch, he went I think I got the stat right here. He had nine receptions for 149 yards. So he destroyed the Patriots that day. The defense is probably the same, if not a little worse than the 2021 defense. People have gone older. People have left. They don't have J.C. Jackson no more. Right now they have Christian Gonzalez, who's just as good, but he's also a rookie. And I think that CD is veteran and chiseled enough to attack that if he's gonna have that one-on-one coverage against him. So I'm gonna go over. I think he's gonna have a 100-yard type game.
All right.
If Dak can get the ball out, but that guy.
We'll see about that, man. At least he's not. At least he's not Justin Fields. All right.
Yeah.
Running right into the sack, bro. Like running right into the.
It's like playing your friend on Madden for it's their first time playing. Like that's how Justin Fields played against the Chiefs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's get to this answer trivia though, real quick. So I asked the Rangers. They had 228 home runs on the year. I'll give you this real quick. 4th place actually are the Los Angeles Angels at 226. They're 2 home runs behind us, and we play them tonight. All right, we better not lose that. So I asked, what are the 2 teams that have hit more home runs than the Rangers this year? One of them is around 250, and the other is around 300 home runs this year. I don't know what the single season record is for teams with a home run, but they're damn near almost close to 2 home runs per game.
The first one I think I have is easily near 300. I think that's Braves. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What you typing out there, Courtney, bro?
Yeah, you
Bro,
type it.
no,
Get your hands off the
bro,
computer.
I'm pulling the teams up, bro. I swear, I'm pulling the teams up.
I have an inkling that it's gonna be X team. I'm like, bro, you were typing for that answer.
Bro, I swear, I was pulling the team up, bro.
Yeah, Braves number 1 for sure. I think the second team is Tampa Bay. I could be wrong. I think it's the Rays.
Yeah, let me look
Power
at
hitters over there too.
let me look at the teams I have pulled up here. So yeah, I was gonna go. I was gonna go the Braves just because. They've had an amazing season this year. They have 100+ wins, and I'm gonna go with the team that's on my hat. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. Oh,
you're going with the Dodgers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you go with the Dodgers?
Bro, because they're on. First of all, they have 97 wins. They're actually a very good team. They have
Because
a lot
it's the
of talent.
right answer.
No.
You cheated, dog. I know you
bro,
cheated,
I
ain't
cheated,
bro. There's
bro.
no
I
way.
swear.
Shameless.
Bro,
Shameless.
Bro. If I cheated, bro, I swear I can show you my history, bro. I did not search up 2023 MLB leaders. My thought process.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Whatever. All right. Hey, Courtney won the trivia somehow. All right.
Hey,
Braves,
I'm winning though.
You won
I'm winning
trivia.
though. No, I'm winning though, bro.
the Braves and Dodgers. The Braves are the one with 300 home runs. Dodgers are the ones with around 240, 250. So, yeah, congrats, I guess, man.
Yeah, congrats, yeah.
So we got a rapid fire question, all right? So, real quick, all right? Before we leave and do our little shout outs, all right? We got a rapid fire question. And I asked this on the social media at 214 Sports Show, Instagram, and Twitter, and TikTok. I asked this question a couple weeks ago. I want to ask y'all, what team do you think wins a championship in Dallas next? Now we have, of course, the four teams that we follow a lot: the Cowboys, Stars, Rangers, and Mavericks. We also have, teams like the Dallas Wings. We also have teams like the Arlington Renegades.
Uh-oh.
Who I don't know if y'all know,
champions.
but they are champions. They won
World
this
world
summer.
champs, world champs.
Yeah.
World champions.
champ.
All right, so I don't know what team do y'all think wins the next championship, and please don't say the Renegades.
I might say the closest has to be the Cowboys, but if I could not say that, I'm going to go the Dallas Mavericks. Because this team, I mean, they look good starting wise. I know we don't have much bench depth, but when you have players like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, they finally have an off season to develop some chemistry, and so I think maybe them, I guess.
Yeah, I know the Wings. I don't remember the exact round that they're in right now, but I know they advanced in the playoffs. And I was going to say the Wings, and I just checked, and they're down 2-0 to Las Vegas Aces, so they're definitely not going to win a ring this year. They're probably going to get swept.
No, Aces are a super team, bro.
Yeah, that's what Aces are. Yeah,
they're like actually the
They're
Avengers.
nasty.
That's not fair.
Yeah, then the super teams in WNBA are pretty nasty.
They're taking
pretty
over.
nasty, yeah.
They're taking
I'm
over.
sick of the
Yeah.
Vegas teams, bro. In 10, 15 years, all the Vegas teams are going to be so annoying.
So
Everybody's going to
annoying.
hate them.
When
They're
Yeah.
going to have a basketball team.
When
They're
the
gonna
Golden
have-
Knights, when the Golden Knights won the championship last year in NHL, I saw some tweet that was like, "The long-awaited sports nightmare of Las Vegas is finally over. The Golden Knights are champions." I was like, "Oh my god, hilarious!"
Seems like
Vegas is about
the Raiders are the ones that can't figure it out. Seems like everyone goes there and gets in trouble. Chandler Jones is going through it right now, but
Oh man,
yeah,
poor guy.
that Raiders roster, man. But
I think I have to go with the Cowboys. Just because, I think they're in the best position. Trayvon Diggs is a big hit to that. But hey, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is like the first time where I'm looking at I'm looking at the Cowboys, Rangers, Stars, and Mavericks. I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, they all have a chance to contend.
We're coming
They
back.
all have a
We're
chance
coming
to do
back.
it.
It's good to see.
It's exciting. I mean, the Stars were just 2 games away from being in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. The Mavericks were 3 games away from the NBA Finals a year before. The Rangers are first in their division, and the Cowboys, not first in the NFC East. The Eagles are 3-0 now. We kind of expected that. But they're looking good. They have looked. I mean, not this week, obviously, but two 12-5 seasons in a row. And
On
You
the
go
flip
ahead.
side, just like real quick, who do y'all think is the furthest away from
Like the
winning a championship? Yeah, like furthest away from like winning a championship for Dallas.
furthest away.
Yeah.
Probably. That's a tough one. Furthest away does not mean they're a bad team.
Yeah.
I would
no,
say
no,
the Mavericks, just
Dang.
because they have a lot of room to improve.
I'm gonna go
They
with the
get-
Mavs too.
Yeah, they got a lot of room to improve. The Rangers are there. They look like they might be set up for the future. And I know Luka, Luka's going to probably... I really think Luka will bring a championship to Dallas in the future. I think he
There's
will
just
in
too
his
much
career.
comp in the West right now too.
But they didn't
think that they're
improve
not
enough in the
prepared.
West to give me enough
Yeah.
hope to be like, this team is a lockdown playoff team. They should... I think they should be top 4 in the West. They should obviously be top 4 in the West. They have the talent to do
say
it.
this every season, man.
Exactly.
And they always
Exactly.
finish as a 5th
Are
or
they
6th
going
seed.
to?
They do this every year, bro. This how they get me.
See, that's exactly why I feel like they could be further away. But I trust Luka in the playoffs. All right, doesn't matter what seed we get. I think once we get Luka in the playoffs, I trust them. So, but there's just too much room for them to improve on right here. That I think it could. I think they're the furthest away. What about you, Joe?
Furthest away, I don't. Again, this doesn't mean they're a bad team, but I guess it would be the Dallas Stars, maybe. I'm not obviously a huge hockey fan.
Too scared to say the Cowboys, are you?
I'm scared, bro. I'm not gonna say
scared
that
to say
against
the
my
Cowboys.
first loaf. I'm not gonna say that, bro. Dallas Stars, they just got dominated last playoffs. So I mean, that doesn't mean they're bad though. I'm not saying they're a bad team when I say furthest away, but in terms of the rest of the NHL, bro, the Bruins are gonna come back again. Vegas is gonna be good again, of course. That Western Conference is gonna be loaded. So I'm interested to see what they do this next season, but I don't think they're close. They have a chance though. You know better than I do, TJ.
Yeah, I think they're better, man. They got Matt Duchene this offseason, dude. I'm so hyped for Dallas Stars, man, for Texas hockey. It should be a great season. I can't wait.
Should be nice.
What about you, Courtney? What do you think? You
We
asked that
talked-
question. You didn't answer. Did he talk?
Nah, I don't remember. The Mavs though. I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Mavs. Just cause like for Luka, and as good as Luka and Kyrie are, the West is too comp right now, and I don't think Luka. I mean, we saw what Luka did against what was that 2 years ago, where he went all the way to conference championships, and then they got absolutely whooped by
Golden State.
Warriors. Yeah, Golden State. And I don't see
Completely different team now, by the way, though.
Yeah, that's true. Completely different
Completely
team.
different roster.
Luka does have more experience now. But yeah, I think the Rangers are a lot more set up. And as much as I do want to say the Cowboys, I don't want to get kicked out of the call. Because it's a lot hard. I think the NFL is the hardest one to win out of all of them. So
For sure.
So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Mavs.
I agree with you. I think the parity, the most parity comes from hockey and football.
Yeah.
I think there could be really any team. Of course, the Patriots kind of just came in for 20 years and dominated, went to a lot of Super Bowls. But overall, I mean, it's pretty hard to make a dynasty in football. So,
Chiefs are trying to make one right now.
hey, we'll
that
see
happens.
about that, man. I don't want to talk about the Chiefs because the media's done enough about the Chiefs this week.
Oh man.
I'm so sick of it, man.
Taylor
Don't-
Swift has done damage
Don't
to
even say
sports
her name,
media.
man. I hate her.
Oh my God! Travis
Travis
Kelce scored a
Kelce.
touchdown. Travis Kelce scored a touchdown. Oh, let's see what she's doing in the box. Let's see what she's doing in the press box.
Oh my god, man. Come on.
Oh
man.
my!
I'm
Too
gonna
much,
put her in
man.
the
Kanye
title.
West made her career.
I agree.
No.
I
Uh-oh.
agree. We're gonna
No,
strike that from the record.
I just don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her fan base. I don't like the fact that they are all gonna be Chiefs fans now, man. Because
Man.
I've never really had anything against the Chiefs.
Roger Goodell gonna make sure she shows up to every game now with these sales.
Oh my god, man.
Taylor, what do you
Travis
think
Kelce,
about
no.
coming to the rest of these ball games here? I think it'd be a great deal for both sides.
400% on Travis Kelce jerseys, bro.
That's
They
crazy.
are
Did it
crazy.
at a Raw. Was it a Raw where it was like a Raw whenever it was he tweeted the lyrics if they're gonna break up and it's like I guess we weren't so tight in the end.
We
Something
were
like
so
that.
tight in the end.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh my god.
At least we got away from the Colorado sports media talk.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we only got a month
man.
till LeBron gets on top of the media again.
Yep,
we
yep,
get all the
yeah,
LeBron
It's
posts.
gonna be the nice cycle.
Hey, you know what? I miss it though. I miss
Well, I
it.
love-
though.
I love
all
me
these
some LeBron.
Colorado and Taylor Swift posts, man, makes me miss the LeBron content. So
Yeah.
NBA off season is literally like 2 months, but these dudes do not rest, man. I cannot believe we're really about to be back to the season like in a month.
I
That's
know,
crazy.
man. Think about like whenever it was like the bubble when the Lakers were won the championship in what like early October and they had to go back by
Right
Christmas.
back. Crazy,
Yep.
bro. That's crazy.
So, anyways, we got a little bit over an hour. So, what are y'all's socials? Y'all go ahead and plug y'all's socials real quick.
Yeah, for me, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Joseph_Duffy99. I don't know why you're laughing, Courtney, because I'm gonna make fun of you. I'm gonna make fun of your same handle too. You can keep laughing all you want. At Joseph_Duffy99. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Of
Was
course,
that your
I'm on-
football number, man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't wait to laugh at Courtney here. I know he's gonna say.
Y'all
All
can
right,
change it at any time.
It's too iconic. It's too iconic. I don't agree that Joe has the number of the guy who hurt my quarterback. We would want to ring that year, but it's besides the point. My Twitter is C_Machani and
Wait, what?
my
it is?
Twitter
Oh, your
is
Twitter.
C_Machani. Yeah,
Oh,
my,
okay, you're right.
but my Instagram happens to be C lives the life. CLIVESDA life.
Clive.
Yeah.
He posted that on my page too, bro. Oh my god, man! But yeah, he lives a life. Follow me there. Go ahead, TJ. I'm not even gonna let him get into his thing.
All right, yeah, I got TJ.Krolowitz on Instagram, TJ_Krolowitz on Twitter. All right, I had to look it up just to make sure I had that right. And then, of course, you can follow us anywhere on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at the 214 Sports Show. We also we stream. Well, we don't stream. We have our shows published at 9 o'clock every Thursday on YouTube or Spotify. You can check us out on any of those platforms. Would love to have the interaction. And once again, it's been another week in Dallas sports. Glad you guys joined us for this talk. And that's really it. Y'all got anything else to say before we end this episode, or what?
Come on back. Come back to see TJ
Yes,
and
sir.
Clive.
Clive.
All right, bro. I'm ending this episode. I'll
Hey.
catch. Hey, go ahead, bro. Go
Hey,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, if the Saints lose, man, come back for a Clive rant. We'll let him talk
Clive.
about the Saints. All right.
All right. Be here for the next episode next Thursday.
Oh my God. All right. Yep. I'll see y'all next Thursday as well.
All right.
I can't end the recording.
He actually left.
Someone else got